Green card holders warning 2026. If you had any past convictions, DUIs, minor violations, even multiple speeding tickets, 2026 is going to be a hard year for green card holders. Now, I know 2025 was not easy, but 2026 is going to have major changes. I've listed 5 major changes you need to be aware of for your green card holder as we move into 2026, all in this video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about green card holders, the danger of removal and deportation, especially if you had old convictions. Now, we've done quite a few videos about this in 2025, but as we end the year, I want to summarize some important changes that happened this year as we are moving through 2026. So you'll be aware if you're a green card holder or about to apply for your citizenship. Understand why it's important to do it now and want to be careful as we're transitioning to 2026. So let's get into it right away. Number 1, deportation risk from old charges. Now, guys, I know you're green card holders and you think, yeah, this thing that happened to me 20 years ago is good. They forgot about it. No. 2026, they're going to be paying attention to old charges, things that happened to you 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You need to pull your records and understand what happened to you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if you had any convictions or charges, so you're prepared in case you get detained. Remember, even decade-old convictions are not going to erase deportable offenses as far as immigration is concerned. And this is very, very important for you guys who are traveling. Here's a case of a client from India. He was convicted of battery 25 years ago. He also had shoplifting and a few other violations around that same time. And nothing for 25 years. And this caused him to be detained at the airport when he was traveling. This is a trend that we've seen in 25, and it will continue through 2026. So guys, just because it happened 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it's not going to be a raise with immigration. So remember, old convictions is going to be a big one in 2026. Go back in your files, get your records ready, speak with an immigration attorney so you're ready in case you need to leave the country, in case you need to travel, in case you need to apply for citizenship. They're going to be looking at those old convictions, and that's going to impact potentially your moral character and other things that will be a problem for your citizenship as well, but specifically for travel, because for citizenship, we can argue the good moral character, and we can argue the statuto period of 5 years, and many other exceptions not for travel. So remember, old convictions, big problem for your green card holder. Number 2, misdemeanors and DUIs, potential ground for detention and removal. Remember, guys, while a single DUI or misdemeanor may not lead to removal or deportation, always repeated offenses such as multiple DUIs, multiple offenses could be a problem. Even if they separated by distance. So let's say you had one DUI today and then one 20 years ago, it's a problem. The multi-combination of offenses is a problem for your green card holder, especially if you want to travel. And if we're talking about drugs or domestic violence, it's even worse, especially if you have multiple convictions. But even one could be a problem for you to travel if you have a green card moving through 2026. Be mindful any DUIs, specifically multiple of these convictions. Please speak with an immigration attorney so you can assess if it's going to be a risk for your travel. Number 3, let's talk about specific dangers when you travel abroad. Now, before we go in there, guys, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. Leave your details, and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. And now let's get back into the video. So number 3, dangers for green card holders specifically when traveling. Returning green card holders coming back to United States are facing severe risk of detention, specifically for old dismissed convictions Also, we see people get detained for long absences from the United States. If you leave more than 6 months now, they can track you when you leave the country as well. People are getting detained and they're forced to sign Forms I-407 to abandon your green card. Don't do that. Other situations where we see, green card holders are entering with re entry permits that expired. Remember, guys, these are some red flags that USCS officers are looking. They're asking, where do you live? Where do you spend most of your time? Be prepared to answer this question. Especially, again, you have old, long convictions that you haven't resolved, long absences from the United States, and other things that could cast doubt as to where your core residency is. You should be able to explain that to us, immigration officer at the border. And remember, many of these re-entry permits that people are using are also being questioned right now. So even if you have a re-entry permit, please submit. Bring with you documents to show that you plan to come back to United States one day and that you had to leave because of reasons that you put in your re-entry permit. Don't assume that just because you have a re-entry permit, you just show up at the airport and they will just let you in. Be prepared because people with re-entry permits are still getting denied and sent back. So, re-entry permit is a great thing to have. It protects your status, but you need to have supporting documents. Number 4. What is the influence of Trump-era policies on green card holders moving around the United States and abroad? Early in 2025, we've seen that the many executive orders that gave ICE agents and people at port of entries more power to detain green card holders. So it is very important for you to understand that just because you're a green card holder and if you had an old conviction or any of the things that I mentioned before, immigration officials are not going to be able to detain you. Not only that they detain people, but they also put them in custody. And we've seen at least 10 to 15 incidents of green card holders that were detained at airports, put in detention for weeks until they were able to get bonds by their attorneys and released and able to fight their cases. So the power that this administration has to detain, specifically green card holder, is important for you to understand that you, as a green card holder, if you have any past convictions, if you have any long absences, if you have any misrepresentation in your record, it is your duty to carry documents with you when you travel, because these things happen when you travel. If you're a Greek card holder and you have a conviction, you're inside the United States, you should be okay, because you're not deportable as long as you're inside the country. But once you leave the United States, then you could be inadmissible. They won't let you in, right? You're not deportable per se when you're inside the country. You might be inadmissible when you try to come to United States. So it is your duty as a green card holder in 2026 to carry documents to explain why you're coming back in, what proof you have that even if you had any criminal stuff, you should still be able to come in and not lose your green card. It is up to you to travel with these documents and educate yourself what to tell immigration officials at the port of entry. Remember, guys, what they do is they try to use intimidation tactics to get you to sign forms like I-407 so you can surrender your green card. It's very difficult to take it away from you. Only a judge can do it. So if they interrogate you and they question you and you still refuse to sign, they can't detain you and eventually you have to see a judge. And so you'll have to be obviously working with an attorney to get you out. But the fact that you're worried about, oh my God, I'm going to get detained, they'll take advantage of that, get you to surrender your green card, and it's going to be very difficult to get it back. So remember, more enforcement policies are coming from the Trump administration in 2026, and you need to educate yourself what to say, how to say it to the airport, and be able to protect your right to keep your green card. It's essential. Only a judge can take it away from you. Yes, you can be detained, but if you don't give up your green card, they won't be able to take it away from you. And finally, citizenship as a protection. If you're eligible to apply for citizenship and you're a green card holder, please do it now. I urge you guys, it is essential because it's going to get obviously a little bit harder to get to apply for citizenship. We already have, a new test, but it's not even about that. It's about the vetting. It's about the fact that people are getting a question about moral character. It's about the fact that people are now precluded for apply for citizenship for multiple traffic violations, speeding tickets. It's getting harder to apply for citizenship, probably didn't want people to become US citizens. So it's your duty if you qualify to apply for citizenship. It is my message to you in 2026: become a US citizen as soon as you can if you're eligible, because as a naturalized citizen, you are protected from these arrests, from these detentions. Yes, they can still delay you at the airport, but they'll let you go and you can leave and spend more time abroad if you're a citizen. So remember, guys, please, it is essential for you to apply for citizenship if you're eligible, because they're making it very hard for people to apply for citizenship. And I'm here for you to support you in that process. So once again, if you need help, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationapp.com. Once again, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please share it with somebody that needs it. Stay safe in 2026. It is going to be a good year for everybody, but as long as you know, as long as you listen to what I'm saying in the videos, you'll be safe and you'll be protected. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.